This series of readings provide good information on how dehydration can impact on performance during endurance exercise tasks, and also whether consuming fluid during exercise and at what rate we should consume fluid during exercise to actually reduce the effects of dehydration and optimize performance during endurance exercise tasks. And the first couple of systematic reviews and meta-analyses that I've put on there by Eric Goulet from Canada show that dehydration of up to 4% of body weight is probably needed in order to impact on performance in time trial or more real-world like tests of performance, whereas dehydration of around 2% of body mass, which is the guideline that's often used in the ACSM position stand, that seems to impact on performance only in events where the time to exhaustion is used as the performance test. And there's a few other papers that I've also attached that looked at different drinking strategies during exercise and different levels of dehydration and their impact on performance. And I think what these papers show is that it is quite variable as to the effect of dehydration on performance. And some of these studies use very low numbers of participants, and probably due to the individual variation, that don't necessarily show that dehydration causes any impact or any negative impact on exercise performance. And when we drink and replace fluid that is in amounts to try and eliminate or balance out the fluid loss, then we don't necessarily get an enhancement in performance. And some of the drinking strategies suggest that maybe even drinking to thirst or just drinking and ad libitum amounts is actually going to be not necessarily the best, but at least no worse than other fluid replacement strategies. And perhaps drinking to thirst or drinking according to our thirst mechanism is going to be the best balance between preventing us from drinking too much or too little during exercise, because we know that if we drink too much, then we run the risk of adverse effects due to hyponatremia. And also, if we drink too much, we don't want to carry that excess fluid around with us when we're actually exercising, because that can potentially impair performance. Whereas drinking to thirst also might prevent us from drinking too little, where we do actually get into a situation of dehydration to a significant degree, which can impact on our performance. I think there's certainly a lot of controversy in this area. Many authors are very passionate about the recommendation to drink to thirst, or the recommendation to drink in amounts that alleviate a 2% body mass loss, and we'll certainly discuss a little bit more of this in class this week.